Hey, never.
Hello, we're here to bullshit in front of you now. Hi, friends.
That was sudden.
Internet.
Where am I?
I warned.
Who am I?
I said we'd bullshit here, and now we must. Yeah, there's still something wrong.
The basement.
The basement? No, I don't have a basement. I can't get to stay in the little
It's
cubby in the
us.
attic.
There's always something wrong.
Yeah, no, there's like
Never.
usually something
Attic
happening
cubby,
on
yeah.
this screen where I keep stuff to like look at,
Mhm,
and I don't know if I usually just have the book and then roll 20 on its own, and then the OBS and you guys, or what. But something's. I'll be missing something at
don't
some
look right.
point, and then I'll be like, oh my god, wait, I don't understand. So.
Something
Yeah,
don't look
no.
right.
We'll get to the end of game and you'll be like, oh shit, I had to hit that button at the beginning. That's fine. Well,
Uh,
Oh, I just see that fucking your illegal memory. What the hell?
Oh yeah, isn't that weird?
CPA error.
I was like, I
Illegal
found a thing about it, a thread, and then that was even more confusing. Stream took forever to
I think
get started.
I think it was actually the thing that me and Matt were talking about already.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that was it.
yeah, that seems to be really the only big issue that I have with OBS, honestly, is occasionally that will screw up.
Ah. Well, I worked around it this time, but it'll be easier to just hang up and join you guys next time if that's all it takes. That
Like the way.
said, how is the stream side? If anybody, I saw Dash out there and Bish. You guys, are we normal stream quality sound? Because it went fucky, and I told OBS to correct
I
itself
can-
for my computer, and that I trusted that.
Volume sounds
went-
good to me.
Okay,
It went fucky. And Bish says we sound normal.
great,
Normal.
amazing.
No.
That
never,
works.
Currently.
never.
Well,
Never.
okay, normal's a problem.
We sound
Can't be normal.
like ourselves.
Daddy D.
Maybe I'll just put this over here.
Did
That
you say
works.
Daddy Ding Dong?
Something.
I think he was singing AC/DC, man.
I was a little bit.
Stream
Oh,
closed
I was
caption.
thinking of the Tenacious D Daddy Ding Dong song.
There's a Tenacious D Daddy Ding Dong?
Did you not see the animated movie?
We're
they did?
already off track as
Off-
hard
so
as
off
we could
track.
possibly.
You gotta Google it. It's all on YouTube. Google Tenacious D Daddy Ding Dong when we're done, and you'll love it.
Oh no.
No.
It's great.
No.
I'm gonna do it now.
No.
Sorry,
Okay.
it's worth
Yeah.
worth the effort.
No.
So, my friends, welcome to whatever
Daddy
this
Ding
is tonight. I will warn everybody, including my friends here in the call, that I will be getting progressively more high as my pain gets worse until the game is over or I can't play anymore.
Fantastic.
Oh,
This is the plan.
Progressively more
disclaimer.
high DM. What can we get away with?
So much.
Whoa.
I already am like, you guys would be like, I'm gonna use this ability. I'm like, okay, cool. And then you're like, I don't know what that does. You tell me. And then you don't roll your shit. And I'm like, oh, were you supposed to roll for that? And so, you know, it'll only get
it
better.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It'll just make it better.
But frankly, you
Make it
guys pick
better.
enough stupid things, and I say that with all the love and endearment, so that it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, it
okay,
sounds like
yeah,
it.
you know what, get yourself into that trouble. Roll or don't roll. Yeah, that'll be fun regardless. I want to
That's the
shoot this
truth.
thing in the face. Oh. Yeah, sure, Skane can do that, I guess.
I mean, he can do that.
It worked out, sort of.
I told you all I was going to be a little hate goblin with guns, and I have.
I had a great time. The doctor has an alibi.
It's what Skane would
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I feel it.
Listen, the number of
I
times that I
know.
had to be like, it's what
trust
Mercy would do, and feel really bad about it.
Motherfucker, you shut up. You shut up. Don't bring that back. Don't bring that back.
It's what my
Oh.
character.
You
I'm
almost
just
died
playing
so
my
many times
alignment.
because of that. Those
Yeah, no, like, listen, she was a brand new, stupid kindred. She should have died. The fact that she didn't really
because I
just
like
proved her point that it's what she would do and it would be okay. Yeah,
no,
I know.
no. I want to get it. I want to make it very clear here. You didn't die so many times because I really liked Mercy.
'Cause you like
and you.
pursue- Yeah, no, the time
Yeah.
that I climbed the tree into Claymore, I was just like, oh, this is how I
Oh.
die.
I was so excited when you climbed that tree, and then I was like, I can't be that mean. Now I've got to pull my punches a little bit.
Every time I did something stupid, I was like, oh, yeah, now I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have to roll a
this
new
is-
character.
this is how I die.
the best.
A vampire climbs into a tree that a giant murder invisible vampire is already hiding in.
Hello.
It's
like,
hey, what's
"Oh,
going on over here?
cookies."
Oh, it's like
I was watching
the
those
hunting dog
Teen
that finds a
Predator
bear.
Stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes, that.
So my friends, what do you remember from last time?
I would like to read an actual quote from my notes if I could.
Oh, please, I would love that.
Oh,
Oh no.
great.
Quote. Skane started blasting at the local Dagon temple. Okay, that's all I really want to remember. But I have other stuff. But
Okay.
that's
And
the,
then,
that's the
and
first
then
thing in my
why
notes.
are you following a pickpocket? Did she pick your pocket?
Right.
But you're a pirate.
In
I'm
my
going to.
defense, I follow the lead of the first mate, and he likes blowing up those temples. So I thought I was
That's
doing
fair.
it right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't say you were doing wrong. Fuck him.
Mm-mm.
That said, we were also following Flamingo doing stuff, and I know we had a plan to get back to the ship quickly, so I figured if it is a valid thing, once we would be needing to go back to the ship, I figure it would go into okay, we probably had an argument with Harambe's character, and then we bonk him over the head. Gray throws him over the shoulder. We just go back to the ship before he can break anything else. That's my alibi.
That's probably fair.
That's sort of what I was
That's
thinking.
exactly what I saw.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking along the same lines, except that here's the only addition I'll give you. You stumble out of the back room of this tea shop, right, where you've just accosted the store owner, who frankly was just trying to do the right thing. And you stumble out into the back. You see essentially additional alleys, more of the market. It's just the back of a store, you know, there's like the trash and shit behind it. But as you come around the corner, you're ready to like lay in to Inigo. And you're interrupted by a very familiar face of the Sneaky McSneak Pants, whose name...
His given name, really.
Yeah, it's the given name, you know, crewmates. Scrubs of Scrubs. Draped in their
Scrubs.
Yeah, draped in their cloak. Again, very nondescript as often when you meet them or when you see them out to call you in, and they just quickly tell you, Captain's called a meeting, you gotta make your way back. And as Inigo says, but we've gotta stop that girl, you bonk him over the head and drag him down to Captain's meeting.
Smooth.
That was
Elegant.
Exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, there's no need to fight about this. We have a solution. And it's very, very strong pirates. Was that your role for your alchemy, dear?
Yes.
Wonderful. Additionally, as we really get into game here and refocus, if you have less luck than your Spitfire, you can mark your scores up to that. If you have anything else that starts at the beginning of a session, you can do those things now. And then we will move on, essentially, making our way down to the ship.
Not doing it.
The captain has called. You make your way down through the streets. It opens up before you, down at the docks. The ship is waiting as usual. The Omen stares down the barrel at you, greeting you with a smile or perhaps a grimace, depending on your mood. And everybody has already gathered. As you arrive, you see the familiar faces. Nurse is standing nearby, hovering perhaps behind the doctor, although I will let you tell us where you're at when we get to that. We also find Siegfried, Swabby Austin, Alona Lucas, and notably Elminister still not here. Actually, the weapons master has not made another appearance yet. But as you gather around the crew, Captain has called to you there if you were busy with other things. somebody has run to tell you. Perhaps, in fact, Shale came to tell you, Doctor, specifically that the captain has called. What were you doing, and how are you responding to this summons?
Shit, good to see you. We will deal with that in a moment. I need you for a second.
Oh, me?
Yes.
For what?
What? Second. I need a bit of your blood.
Oh, is this like a initiation thing, or?
No. I have a little bit of all of the crew's blood. In case something happens, then I have something to go off of if something has changed.
Ominous.
We deal with a lot of weird here. It is my job to take precautions to make sure that
at her
we're
wrist,
all normal.
In her sort of still more formal civilian, not pirate clothing, she's got a couple of fine, delicate buttons that she begins to undo so she can roll up her sleeve.
Oh, no. I just need a little bit. I need to prick your finger. And...
Oh, well, that's much easier.
Yes. Not barbaric.
I just assumed you'd go for the vein, Doctor. But no, if that's all you need.
We're a little less invasive with the crew.
She pulls off a glove.
He will poke and put it into a little bit of her blood into a beaker. Thank you. That was all. I will be up in a moment.
Right, okay.
Do you need some sort of bandage for your finger?
No, it's fine. And she makes her way out.
Okay.
And then as she leaves, though, she does say, yeah, but he did say, like, now, I know you've probably had to deal with that. I'll let him know.
Just put your blood away. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be up in a moment.
He's weird, isn't he? God. But she will leave otherwise, making her appearance with the rest of the crew. Are we in the captain's quarters, up on the deck, up on the poop deck?
Up on, yeah, we're
called.
poop decking it. Yeah.
We're poop decking it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Poo.
Question for the Fates, real quick, before the meeting is called. If this is most.
Sorry, go ahead. I hurt myself. It's fine.
Yeah, don't.
Look, see, we'll start getting
sudden movements. Okay, so question for the Fates. We were kind of at capacity with crew. Have any of the, of course not the named crew, but like the crew, how many of them have disembarked or decided to stay?
Yes, that's actually a really good point. They're on your character sheet.
Yes.
I'm sorry, on your ship sheet.
Got it.
There is something called Renown. Or Test Renown. Perhaps it's called Fame.
No, it's Renown, I believe.
Yeah, let me pull. I've got the...
but for testing Renown,
Legacy.
I think
It's called Legacy, where it is about your renown.
Yeah, okay. I see it.
Okay. In that case, I think in sort of a similar way, you are now, I meant to do this before and we've gotten quite derailed. You have technically just made port in a large free city. Among the free, right, the pirates here in this realm, it would be a well-known ship that you're on. You could not just appear in such a distinct vessel, a literal legend, and not be noticed. So for that purpose, we are going to either test Renown properly, or you can spend the hold you have for your, what did I just say it was called? Legacy? Legend? Legacy? Okay.
Yeah.
That, to see sort of what happens. But among that, it might give you some potential to I'm gonna go with shore up the standing you have in this place, or perhaps give those crew members a place to be that's not your ship while remaining in service to your efforts.
Oh, okay. How do I test hold or renown?
Yeah, so in the case of using the hold that you already have, you just pick one of the boons. Typically, those
Are
boons
those
look.
the ship advances?
No, unfortunately, testing renown is its own thing that has its own move sheet. Let me share that with you.
Oh.
I think it might be already in the Discord somewhere, but I couldn't promise that to be true, so I'm gonna drop it in the general chat. Because that won't fuck with what everybody sees on stream. So you could pick, but essentially in this case, we have a special situation. So you could typically have a new follower learn of an incredible treasure or impress someone important. In this case, I think we could say to deal with both your overcrowding and the impression that you make in a large free city on your first visit as captain, that there might be somebody willing to show you to a location that would be useful to you. There might be a second vessel you could purchase or acquire in order to have a small fleet instead of a single ship. Or an event that will benefit you draws away some of your crew to other affairs, whatever that looks like. This is not meant to be a negative thing, but you need people to go away, so
Right. That's in large part what this meeting was going to be about, and like the future of like where we're headed, sort of thing.
Okay.
So I thought I would check first, just to see if people naturally
Okay.
split, that sort of thing. So if this is the mechanism to do that, let's do that.
Yeah.
So it says that we start with 5 hold.
That's true.
And we can just spend a hold to
The great
pick
big
one of
hat.
the boons from testing renown.
I shouldn't be allowed to do both right now where I can see the chat. I am the gremlin. Is the problem. So I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I should get a big hat.
Just that's the whole point of this is that I'm getting a larger hat.
Do I? No, I don't. I don't
Oh,
have
I
any
don't have
hat
the hat
nearby.
anymore. I gave it to Cormac. That's right. I don't have my hat anymore.
Okay. So I guess if we have 5 hold, and that is our legacy, the fear and respect.
So you'll spend 1 today to achieve your choice of those things. I don't know that you could necessarily spend additional hold to continue to take on those things, right? So you have 5,
gotcha.
you get 1 to use as you come to port.
Okay.
This is technically at the close of downtime in a port, which we have been playing our way through the last couple of episodes. But that's the idea of what you're asking, is this test for now.
Okay. Then I guess let's go with can we spend a hold to get like a small ship and do the fleet thing? Because that sounds fun. I want a fleet.
Yes,
That's a
absolutely.
problem.
I get you an even bigger hat.
The
Admiral.
the fleet will work essentially in additional attacks and additional space for ship space, but it will not be something that we navigate separately. There's not going to be like a crew.
They're
It will
with
just
us.
be a mechanical change. Just for your information, so I'm not managing 2 ship navigational things. But yes, absolutely, we'll get you a ship in the area. We'll talk about if you want to spend money on that or if you want this to be sort of a smaller benefit.
Okay.
But I think that's a conversation you can have with your crew. As you called a meeting, you can talk about what kind of ship you want to look for to suit your purposes.
Sure.
and then we'll navigate the mechanical changes from that.
So then, for the purposes of, so that's spinning the hold for the renown. Can we test it as well, or is holding kind of like
Yeah,
it's
you
one
could
or
also
the other?
roll to test renown.
I kind of want to roll too.
I think
You like
so.
dice roll.
I don't know that there's a reason not to. Are you looking at something specifically on the test renown list then? That it
I mean, no, but I like the unwanted attention things too. They make me happy, so I'm kind of okay with getting a bad one. I don't know.
there's plenty going on in the background that you don't know about as far as unwanted attention currently goes. If you're just concerned that things aren't spicy, but if
No,
you
no.
want to do something interesting in those unwanted attention things, then you know,
Okay,
I
you
think we
read
need
us
to get you
immediately
off the
like,
ship.
it's not spicy enough.
That's
Not that.
listen. I that's what it felt like. I just heard.
So, okay. So we've spent a thing. We've tested our renown. We spent a hold. Would that then make our renown a level 1 for the purposes of keeping track of it on the character sheet for the ship?
I do not believe that it is the same renown.
Oh,
Which I know is really confusing and
that's
strange.
super confusing.
Yeah. So reading through the information about renown for testing renown and renown for the life and
ship's
like
renown?
ship change over time, it does seem like they've simply used the word twice in
Okay,
the
never
book.
mind.
Um,
And that's
the-
more pleasant.
RPGs.
The renown you're
Yeah.
talking about has very specific little checkboxes. The first one is, I think, find a grand treasure, and the second
Right.
one is defeat a powerful foe, and it's got a number of unmarked boxes to fill. And so
Uh-huh,
when we do that story-wise, you can mark those. It will raise your renown level.
Gotcha. Okay, that was my confusion.
Yeah,
because they
very
are the
weird.
exact same word.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's
That is not
Uh,
for you to apologize for.
not at all. That's me reading the same word in two spots and assuming they're the same.
There's.
Um,
It's not even technically released, this game.
that's fair. So then, does that one of our hold gets marked down? So we're at
So you have 4.
instead of. Okay,
Correct, where you don't have a specific unwanted attention immediately.
gotcha. Okay. Well, then I'll deal with that as part of my speech then.
Okay. So you'd be bringing essentially what kind of ship? What do we need in our abilities and things to your
Put
crew?
this out there. Just putting it out there.
Mhm.
We have Skane. We have what the fuck is the name? The Godfather Monkey.
Siegfried.
Can we just get a little ship? More
Wait,
guns.
as long-
Just a
Oops.
gun platform.
Siegfried.
That
Just put Skane and Siegfried on a boat and like give
Oh,
them like
no.
some very, very expendable crew.
Oh no. Battle Royale.
I'm
just have to
concerned
point
that
it.
the little ship will be a sacrificial ship should we deal with another gaping maw in the ocean.
No.
Oh, it's an interesting thought.
It could just be a bomb.
It could just be a bomb.
I will say it could be like it could function
Oops.
as essentially a highly explosive weapon ship that you keep separate.
See, there's also the problem though of we need to make room because we have no crew room. We have
Battle Royale.
Yeah, well, it would still need to have crew to drive it about. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a ship,
Right.
so. But yeah, in that point,
if-
we'd be talking about a less additional space for that. You know, you'd probably get 1 crew size out of it.
Okay. Okay. Well, everyone is gathered before me, right?
Indeed.
Or most are gathered. So as I look down on my poop deck at the crew that is gathered, I say, we had a very interesting time coming into port. Dealt with something that I think a lot of us haven't seen before. There will be more of that. There will be more giant monsters in the sea that we will face. There will be more danger. We've got some repairs to make. And I want those of you here that are maybe a little less stout in your resolve to understand that as we make these repairs, if you choose to make a life here, I and the rest of us will not look down at you. We will not ostracize you. You're free to leave the Bleak Omen as you see fit. The Isle of Redfall, as I understand it, is mostly amenable to our profession, at least in the lower levels. And the threats that we're going to face aren't the only issue that we have. We simply don't have the space. So, if you are not sure if this life is for you, then I would encourage you to find one elsewhere. We intend to get another ship while we're here. I've been in communications with the harbor master looking at something. We haven't yet decided. We might be constructing a little fleet of our own. What the purpose of that ship will be, I don't know. I don't know if you have a place on it. Those of you that know your place on the Bleak Omen will always have that place. And those of you whom I'm talking about know that I'm talking about you.
Easy mean me. It's Siggy.
Yes.
You didn't think you could have a serious conversation.
As soon as the repairs are done, we'll be heading towards the Million Maw. The waters, not any less threatening, perhaps more so. The journey, farther. So, if you wish to stay, you wish to work, great. If you don't, good day. Finally, there is the matter of your experience on the Bleak Omen and what that means going forward. If you're a member of this crew, I imagine that you've seen some things that you want to talk about. Feel free. Spread the tales of the Bleak Omen far and wide. Let them all know the ship that you sailed on. Let them all know of what you saw, what you experienced, who we are. But most importantly, you tell them of Captain Nar. Tell them that as long as I captain the Bleak Omen, those of our profession will find safe haven in the waters that I am in. Now go.
There's some general quiet murmuring before a couple of the crews speak up. Alona, the woman you know to take care of most of the cooking on board. Captain, I don't think that there's any sort of way you'd be getting rid of us. But if you need space for people, I could always stop cooking so well. slim those boys down, you know, and she'll point over towards Skane. So he could lose some pounds.
What? Well, you know, Alana, funny you mention the food that we have on the ship. You know, when I first joined, I heard rumors, I heard tales that sometimes crew in the Bleak Omen goes missing, and the rest of the crew eat really well. I don't know what that means, but maybe if we have a little too many crew, we find some extra uses for the stock of food that we have on the ship.
Gray just looms.
The look that she gives you. Did I just do a thing on the screen, maybe? I don't know. The look that she gives Nar as he says this goes from bright and teasing to a little bit darker and a little more sinister as she looks out across these faces and says, some here might go missing for a good meal, yeah? I could see something like that happening.
And that's why she's got a permanent spot.
Do I see people
Battle
who are
Royale.
like? Do I see anyone who looks particularly uncomfortable that we feel like singling out that isn't Flamingo? Because I'm sure he's like quaking.
This is this is a pretty hardy crew, one that has sailed with this ship for
Fair.
a while. The only things that you start to notice are that there are a couple of younger men and a couple of older men looking at each other with that sense of, I haven't been here long enough to be taking that kind of risk. And some of the older ones looking at them saying, I've been here too long to be putting myself out for that.
Danny Glover, we're too old for this shit.
Too old for
3
this
days
shit.
from retirement.
um,
To take this a little bit further as well, I would like to channel an ability.
oh, okay.
So I will spend my luck to do this because this isn't one of my special ones. But I'm going to roll my thing. Got a 10. Huzzah. So I don't suffer any harm. And the dark power that I would like to invoke while I have a majority of the crew here is I would like to see the deep desires and dark secrets of everyone around you. So specifically what I'm looking for is a wavering resolve. So the people in this crew that aren't here for the long haul. And not the named characters, obviously, more of the chaff in a sense of I want to weed out the weak ones.
Sure.
And if you just want to pick random ones and I will call them out randomly in the crowd to scare the shit out of them, that's fun for me too. But either way, it can accomplish the goal.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that you, as you glance out across your crew, notice. One of those old men, his deepest desire is not to be on the ship rolling in wealth anymore. That's kind of what used to drive him. Now there's a little fishing boat off a small island. That's what he wants most, right? His desire is for that peaceful, quiet life. What's keeping him here still aside, he's not trying to, it's not his goal anymore to be on the island or to be on the ship. It's to be on the island. You see that in him. There is a boy who's afraid. The giant worm was terrifying, and what he wants now more than anything is a safer ship. In his mind, you see like a plate armored style, the way only a very enthusiastic child could come up with, ship on the water. It's entirely, well, I say this in the time, but it's entirely metal, and very powerful, kind of ship that he wants. He doesn't want this. He wants something more fun and vibrant. He wants to be a pirate with a pink boa.
So, in that sense, I will kind of, because I imagine I'm like up on the upper deck and I'm like looking down. I will kind of jump over the railing and walk up to the young boy first. And I'll get really close and I'll say, where everyone can still hear, there's no shame in wanting a safer, armored vessel, wanting to live a life of a pirate that's more or less risky, I should say. And before like seeing his reaction, I'll turn with my mask towards the old man and say, and fishing vessels, I hear, are abundant in these waters, and the life of a fisherman is honorable and far safer than where we're going. And I'll keep doing this to the people that you bring up and single out, and just kind of point out that they need, if they're unsure now, they need to go.
Playing
And also that you can read their fucking minds.
But also that I can read their fucking minds.
Right,
yeah,
right. Not only
scaring
can I
them away.
see what your deepest desire is, but I'm going to offer it to you in a way that makes it very appealing
that
to
makes it
bugger
more
off.
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely that.
It's like, hey, look, we could make this. It's terrifying to know that I know this, but also you could just go and do it.
Yeah, just go. It's okay.
You did watch
not your
Lucifer
fault.
before you cooked this guy up.
Well, yeah.
How many people are you hoping leave from this sort of work? A whole group size? More than that?
I'm thinking 2, probably.
Okay.
2 group sizes, because right now, it's my understanding based on the notes that you gave that we have only like 5 crew spots, correct?
That's correct.
But I also have a note that one of them had to sleep in my quarters.
Yes,
'cause
because
we
you
didn't have
have
room for
6
everybody?
total. Mm-hmm.
So I want to lose 2. So we go from our 6 crew that we have on the ship to 4. And then potentially we could take one of those from the 4 and put it on the extra ship if we get one, sort of thing. So, because I
Okay.
think, didn't we need only like 3 for the manning of our ship?
I think so.
I believe that's right.
Okay. Yeah, on board. It sounds right to me.
I remember a vague conversation about this many moons ago, so I could be wrong. So I want to keep like not like the barest of crew that is comfortable for the main ship, but also to where we have enough space for everybody and
Okay.
don't have to worry about the excess.
I think that that's fine. We will make that work out.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah, I have an answer.
Are you looking at any of the named crew, or the named people with your I can see deepest secret thingy?
Yeah, that's the next part, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you hitting us?
I mean, it hits everybody in the vicinity. So yeah, I would see them all. I would say that I respect the named crew enough to not pry too deep from like a glancing blow. But if you're next to these people, I'm gonna see
Oh, good.
the deepest desires.
I've got things.
Are we going?
Right.
I'm sure we all do.
Yeah.
Are we messaging him privately, or are we going?
Nah.
Whatever makes sense up to
your
you.
guys'
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, let's throw it out there.
Because I have a crazy idea that this like trips something, and now my quest will actually make a lot more sense. If you let me just go with it, it's up to you though.
I mean, as the captain, I'm looking at the entire crew. I worry less about like you, Skane, or my brother, or the doctor wavering in your mission to be here. I would definitely look and see what your deepest desires are, just to keep you happy, and because you are more of the crew that I depend on per se. So.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm down to know.
I will say that there's not really a good mechanic for this. So to each of your comfort, how much or how little you would like to share.
So what I did was I figured this would be me trying to like hide myself. So I did polish and I failed epically.
Awesome.
So my thought process is that like he would see everything. So and he would probably see the stuff that I forgot, which would like trigger my brain. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Depending how far you want to run with it.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
love
So
that.
you're saying that maybe it hits you so hard those foggy memories start to whisper back into your head?
Yeah.
Oh my
Maybe not
god.
even his
I
head,
have
maybe
notes
Matt
for
gets it.
this.
Or you could tell me, and I could trickle them down too. That could be fun.
Just fucking.
Yeah. I'm so in. Okay.
That's fun.
I have stuff
I had
for
a fun
both
idea,
of
but it
you.
wasn't that fun. That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, my dark demon powers are pretty open-ended with some of them, so.
I want you
Yeah.
to write that sentence you just said down, Matt, and put that on a shirt.
I need you
And
to put
quote
that-
yourself and the date. My dark demon powers are open-ended.
I'm gonna need a couple of minutes to pull out what I
Absolutely.
can share with both of you. So you guys
That's fun.
know that I'm going to tune you out entirely and then otherwise
Great.
talk amongst yourself. In fact, you might discuss in character what kind of ship you want as crew. Right?
Hmm,
That's right.
okay.
I think that's a fun thing,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna ignore it as best I can while I pick details.
I'm just thinking like a little schooner, guys. What do you think? Like a little.
Like you want to just put everybody on like a
Like-
rowboat.
Oh,
not a
Pat.
rowboat per se. Like a
God.
single sail ship that can
Lot
hold
of
some
guns.
guns and
Lot
several
of-
barrels of black powder, and just the barest essentials.
What did somebody say?
Is
Black
it-
powder?
see,
Just Siegfried's workshop.
you don't
It's
put
just
cannons-
labeled Siegfried's workshop, and it just goes on a different boat, so that we don't all blow up, and it can
That's
get
not a
hauled
terrible
from one
idea
place
either.
to another.
see,
It can
And
trail.
also-
He's just convulsing so happily.
And also, in case we do need to sacrifice a ship to blow something up, that's where all the black powder is.
see, I was thinking we don't put cannons on it. It's just blunderbusses everywhere.
Like mounted to sticks, and you can just
yeah,
rotate them.
just a whole bunch of shotguns.
And you just pull like one fishing line, and they just all
Yeah,
go.
and they all shoot.
That'd be
Like
kind
a
of
fireworks display. Siegfried,
Yeah.
I love that shit. I was
That's
gonna go
nice.
like, let's get a little gunboat, but now I'm more and more on this like,
I mean, that's
I'm
a
more and
gunboat.
more on the idea of like making his workshop there, and he can carry extra black powder and shit, so we don't blow up the main ship.
and he'll go with it immediately because it's like he'll be like less regulated if it's not on the main boat.
And then
He'll
we
just
gotta-
have
we
room to
gotta-
do shit.
It's got to be covered so it
Yeah.
doesn't get wet.
Randomly too, if Mizui wants to just like really fuck with us, we'll just be cruising, and the other ship will explode just randomly, and then Siegfried will fly in like a little smoke trail back to our ship.
Perfect.
Miz, I sent you a message. That was the idea.
She's still ignoring us.
No, yeah,
The
I'm
chaos
mostly
is
ignoring
brewing.
you, but I heard that there's a message for me. I'm on the trail of something. Because my notes are in so many
The
places.
Trail.
I
So for
remember
the
this.
less, I guess we could do the less secretive aspects of like what I see from the doctor and what I see from Cray.
Yeah, if you guys aren't gonna go, because mine's
Mine's
gonna go not too
really
good.
easy.
Okay,
It's
so-
just like it's less it's kind of the opposite of that. He's kind of more determined now that this trimming down is happening. And I think like the actual thing that you would probably see would be something more along the lines of like a very much larger version of a transformed Cray, like literally like beating the fuck out of Dagon themselves. Like that's the metaphorical, but it's more like let's go kill God.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I imagine that
That's
we probably as brothers have had these conversations about what you want, and now I just get to watch the visualization of it.
That's
of
it.
what we've talked about. Yeah,
the end goal is just kill a god,
kill God. God.
but a lowercase g.
Right. Yeah. Poser.
From the doctor from Nathaniel, you get a name,
Oh.
Alistair,
Love Alistair.
and then you see
Good name.
the face of a fairly beautiful woman, and how he wants to widen her smile.
Oh god.
Oh. Fun.
I can't tell you who the woman is because you haven't seen her.
Conversation for another day. Should I choose it? Should I choose to want to talk about that?
So big gunboat. That's what we're going with, because guns.
I mean,
Or
it's
little bomb boat.
I don't
Either or.
because I don't think we'll fit a cannon on it. So I think blunderbusses will be great thing.
Sorry, that was
Just a
already.
thought.
I had already filled in these dots before, Wallace.
That's okay. I did leave it open ended.
I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
you
with
gave
the
me
story.
such great story hooks, and I took them and ran away,
I-
and you'll just have to find out.
Okay.
I do think I'm
best.
going to give. Sorry. I do think I'm going to give some additional notes to Matt about his perception of what this is like. But I also, if it's okay with you, would like to share a big part of it out loud in case it hasn't been said to the whole crew yet. They won't know in character, but
That's fine.
it will give us a good sense of the kind of
No, yeah, I'm fine with that.
so his deepest desire as it comes to you
Mhm.
is not exactly what you're expecting. I don't think. There's nothing more that I desire, you hear him, than to find and kill my parents' killer.
I thought that was gonna cut off sooner to find and kill my parents, and I was like, "Oh,
And,
killer." Okay, got it.
I feel like that is an accurate representation of his inner desire.
Mhm.
I will add for you in the Discord a few things because I think they should see your reaction to that.
Yeah, I definitely
Why-
think
exactly.
Hmm.
I definitely think he would have told the entire crew that anyways. Because
Okay,
somebody at some point would have been like, "Why do you kill
people all the
Why do you
time?"
kill people all the time and then grab them?" He's like, "Because I'm trying to find my parents' killer." I'm like, "Well, what's the arm tell you?" Well, if they knew anything or if they were involved, but it only works on dead people. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of money.
Ain't it the way?
Because we talked about it, like the ink for the tattoos are so expensive. So like to get a spell, it had to be a really cheap spell because I was broke. So it was literally like red, yellow, green, and it's like knew nothing, knows people that are involved or was involved, but I won't know it until they're dead. Which
Can we
not
get
very-
an add-on to your tattoo?
probably if we have the cash.
Do some Bon Jovi go from to dead or alive? Yep.
Want
you're welcome.
it. Thanks.
You're
On
welcome.
it.
I wonder if like
I feel
eventually
like
I could get
that's
like a
our
talk to the
status
dead
anyways.
thing. That'd be cool.
It'd be like the D&D Speak with Dead, where you can only ask so many questions.
Yeah. Why did you
I-
say yes at the end of that?
I can
I
only
didn't.
picture one thing now when thinking about that.
Yeah.
That movie.
They've done it so they did
Does
it
that
so
count as a
perfect.
question? Yes.
Yes. Why did you ask it like that?
Damn it!
Damn it.
At the end, he still had one more question.
No, I'm pretty sure that was 5.
Yes.
That was such a fun scene where they just
And I love
dug
how
an
it's like-
entire fucking grave.
Yeah, right.
We're dodging
This
tornadoes to see.
Yeah.
This is actually part of my deeds too, if I do this.
That'll
Yeah.
do.
Stairway to Heaven. If I if this does unlock a thing where I get to learn stuff and I tell the rest of you and you actually guys give a shit. You have to show genuine sympathy.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
There you go.
Maybe not.
That's
No,
all the info
probably.
for you.
We've killed too
Okay.
much shit together for me not to give a damn.
That is an interesting.
Now I'm curious what he got
Uh-huh.
He's got more than you.
because I only know the base layer because I have.
Yeah, he only knows what he handed me and not what I've run away with, so.
Yep.
That is very interesting.
Oh, now I'm curious.
There's a
Gave him a
moment.
little bit of his DM hat back. Now he's real happy.
My hat is bigger.
Oh
Um,
no, you're right. I let him fall into a trap. Knowing secrets he
Yeah.
shouldn't.
With that, there's so as I'm weaving through the crowd of crew, singling out these people and calling them, when I get to the point where I would have picked up on this desire from Skane, like I'm close to Skane, there's a moment where I'm talking to somebody else, but my head turns and kind of looks, and just so I'm always wearing a mask. The jester mask that I'm wearing looks at you, Skane, and pauses for longer than you think it probably should before I move on to the next person. But there's definitely a tell there that I picked up on more.
I
So
will
Skane
say
goes,
there's a specific feeling that comes as his power washes over you. And so in that moment that your eyes meet and he's, well, not quite, but that he stares at you, you feel like the pull of the tide pushing you out further to the ocean. That sort of terrifying, you're not sure if you'll be able to fight back against it, push out into the ocean is sort of what it feels like in that moment.
okay.
A riptide? A riptide. Got there.
So he kind of sways a little bit, and then I guess Cray's probably close. He's gonna look at him and go, "Does your brother know about the temple here already?"
Probably.
Damn it.
He just knows stuff.
So, as this kind of scene would conclude, and I've sufficiently scared the shit out of the weak ones.
Right, some people making their exit.
Did you want me to roll for anything to get our crew down to the number that I'm looking for, or we just going with it has its desired effect sort of thing?
I think given that you're asking them to leave on good terms, we're not going to try and roll anything for it. It should be an easy enough task to accomplish. If they were really strapped for cash, it might be a different story, but as it stands, I think it seems reasonable enough. They're not going to be stranded or anything. They'll be able to get to wherever they want to. So if they want to be free, then all you've done is nudge them in the right direction. Assume as captain you've maintained the same, equal shares of pay and making sure that everybody is getting that, or to some degree, right? So then, yeah, it's easy enough to convince them to retire. There's a couple who wanted to anyway. We're kind of getting up there in years. some that were, whatever. But so we'll put you down to a size. You wanted to do 4 group total.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I will adjust on my sheet with the crew that we are now at a 4 for our crew space.
It's definitely a weird feeling for especially, I'd say, Nathaniel, and probably Skane too, to see people choosing to leave. This is the ship that you've been on, I think, Skane, for a couple of years, and then Doctor has only been on for a little bit less than that. Is that, or much less?
The Doctor's been on for longer.
Longer. Oh, even better. So these are people who, were here before you arrived, who are deciding that, well, if the captain's really saying, to make our choice, I think I'm going to go ahead and retire. And then there's some of the younger ones who are more spry, leaving for other reasons, and you kind of look at them with a little bit of distaste instead, where you're like, you young buck, salty sea dog, ready for the best years, and he's gonna get off here. It's strange. It's definitely different. It's not what you expected.
So, I will look at the captain and go, just remember, I have blood from everybody. Voodoo is bitch. Sorry, what?
There's a couple of scared looks about. Some of the other crew, the ones staying on, look at you and nod or laugh. A few of the others look maybe like they're considering getting off and now they're less sure.
Betrayal. Sorry.
I just pictured you, Skane, under your breath every few minutes going, Battle Royale. Just trying to get it started in the crowd like a chant.
Stick your toe out, see if somebody trips, you like poke your cutlass out a little funny so it might stick someone.
See, now all I can think of is if anybody else has seen the Boondocks, where they just throw a chair.
Where'd this chair come from?
That's how you start a fight, right? You just throw a chair and...
So there's kind of a mass exodus from the ship at this point. People are leaving, filling out the docks. We're talking about approximately 24 people packing up their things, leaving amicably, but disembarking on to this island. It draws some attention, regardless of, whether you've got the promise of silence or anything. That many people in a town like this are noticed.
Yeah. I told them I don't want silence. So
right, and you asked for them to say it. Exactly. And so this is a big change. But nobody is leaving on, bad terms in this point. Nobody's spreading bad rumors, but it will certainly get out. And you do notice that the influx of people onto the docks seems to be more than just your crew. After a few minutes, as the trickle begins happening, it seems like more people are coming from the island to the docks, mingling, making in. You see a couple of people seem to be trying to sell things and stuff like that as you look out, but it's definitely a significant change of who's to be seen around.
Talent scouts, got it. Cool. In the group, actually, do I notice anybody interesting?
In what sense? Because as you look out across pirates, they're all sort of interesting.
That's fair. I'm really only looking for people that would fit a certain motif. They could also potentially turn into owls and attack me in the sky. Is there anybody that looks like that?
I see.
Evil wizards.
Where are you?
Damn wizards.
Or should I say, who are you?
All right. I can't fetch my pirate coin because it's in a place I can't get it. But I have a coin. Heads or tails?
Tails.
That is heads. So you'll have to take my word for it.
I take your word. The fates have spoken.
Nobody stands out. in this crowd. But I will say that if you're looking, right, you're not necessarily looking for somebody. Well, you could assume you're not necessarily looking for somebody out in the middle of the crowd. You're not out in the middle of the crowds, are you?
Right.
And looking further into the shadows and the dark corners and alleys of essentially where the docks meet both the untamed island and the alleys of the beginning sprawl of the city. You do see a number of groups of people sort of in those shadows. Whether or not that's just how they choose to live and they're always there, or if they are out looking out as the same way you are surveying, you can't tell from where you're at.
Fair.
The mood on the ship is fairly calm. If some are, a little angry that people are leaving, others trying to get out quickly before the captain decides, you know what, maybe we do punish people who leave. But there is still a fair bit of daylight ahead of you, and I think that at least Cray probably has news to share for what's going on with your current ship and the repairs that you needed, if nothing else. But what beyond that, would you like to dig more into these bits on the docks, or was there something you were hoping to get into otherwise this evening on the island?
Is Inigo's unconscious body like still over Cray's shoulder?
It can be.
Probably. He's just hanging out.
Cray, I'd take him off of your shoulder. He's having a dream about the ocean, and I think he's about to get wet pants. Just so you know.
So the knocking of his head is preceded by another softer knock as he falls against the deck.
Oh, Tinkles.
Oh, no. Whenever Bruce returns to game, he wakes up in the crow's nest.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
He's just up there.
Yeah.
He's just up in the little basket there. Would just
Absolutely.
be like, "Why am I here?" And he doesn't have shoes for some reason.
Is he missing anything else?
The equivalent of like marker drawn on his face. or something like that.
He's lucky we don't shave his balls with a rusty razor. I've heard tale that's what we would do in similar situations.
We throw him in the bed with the captain's daughter, I thought.
No, I have no daughter
Yeah.
Yet.
that I'm aware of. I'll just put it that way.
Wow.
I don't intend to, beyond my cursory glance of like the crowd just to see if anybody catches my eye. I don't intend to pursue the crowd anymore.
Mhm.
I'm at this point more concerned that our repairs get done in a fairly timely manner, without too much attention being drawn to us from the local law. So
Yeah.
that's my current mentality.
In that case, I do think your crew has some fessing up to do about the local powers that be.
On their own honor system.
Cray would tell everything immediately.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Did you bring anything up? Did you bring that up? Did you want
to be fair, the way my ability works, I wouldn't have necessarily seen any of like today's bullshit. It would have just been your deepest, darkest bullshit. So like today, if that's not in your top 5, I'm not seeing any of that.
Oh no,
so.
that's not the top 5.
Yeah, and that's So I'm assuming as for like the local happenings, I'm still pretty clueless.
One of them was in the top 5, but you don't know that.
Well, that's true. That's a fair point.
So the doctor goes over to
face. Okay.
So the doctor goes over to Scan. He goes, "See, that's why I didn't want you following me."
Whatever. It's not like they saw my face.
It's not like they didn't chase you. That's the thing you should be glad of.
Well, when you shoot somebody in the face with a blunderbuss, they tend to leave you alone. Usually.
You got lucky?
Fine, we'll go with that.
I was literally just going to there to see how many people were there. And what
And
the
I was
setup
trying to
was.
make one less.
We didn't need one less at that juncture.
Always need one less.
Well, yes, but there's a time and a place.
That was the time, and
That was not the time. That might have been the
Roundabout note,
place.
Trey would probably like walk over and probably just butt in and go like, how many were there?
There was at least 7 that I saw. Priests.
There was only one that I shot at, and I actually tried to stab him first. I was being stealthy.
Now, there were 2 you shot at.
Well, that was after the stealth failed.
Mhm.
Cause and effect, Doctor.
There's
I
a
figured you would
lot.
understand that. You're a learned man and all. I figured you'd know that, but
The learned man told you to wait here, but you don't
you're
want to
also not
listen
my
to the
boss.
you don't want to listen to the learned man. Anyway, yeah, but most of them are merfolk, mermaids, or at least have the powers of such. I would imagine.
Yeah.
They can breathe underwater. They have scales.
You know how we found that shit in the basement of the first
Yeah,
church we
I-
made? Those were experiments. What you're talking about sounds like the naturally occurring variety.
they seem to be naturally occurring. Like I would imagine that they are mermaids that worship Dagon, not experiments.
Dagon has a problem with, let's call them hybrids. So, whatever they are, they're going to be a problem one way or another.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
why I tried to lower their numbers by 1.
the thought is appreciated. The timing was poor.
You 3, captain's chambers. Let's have a conversation.
And I'm seeing, why is it always you 3?
Why is it always you 3?
Did I become Professor McGonagall?
You
What-
did.
Am I Ron?
As
The
you-
prison?
20 points, Gryffindor.
You hear from
Cheating
behind
son
you
of a
as
bitch.
you begin to move through Lucas, who speaks up. He goes, "You can't just shoot all your problems, boy."
Yes,
He's
but every
gonna
problem
try.
I shoot is one less problem, old man.
He's gonna try.
I know.
He's gonna try.
I've been telling him for
How do you
years.
know until you try? That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
You see this thing on my arm? It only works with dead bodies, so I have to make dead bodies to learn things.
And there's no one here that appreciates that more than me. That being stated, not every person might have something to do with your dead.
How do you know?
How
do we know until we killed them?
Go to the captain's quarters.
Oh, we're doing that
This
as
is-
we're
this-
walking.
yeah,
We're doing that
Going
as
back
we're
and
walking.
This is on the way.
Nurse interestingly speaks up too as you are walking in this, the crowd still gathered. Says, have you considered spending some of your money on more tattoo?
They're really expensive, and whiskey is really cheap.
Whiskey's not bad. Oh, yeah, okay.
It is if you have the right priorities.
We can probably help with that.
Yeah, but I think it's funny that it's just terrible, bad idea of a tattoo.
It'll tell me if the dead person knew
This is
something.
just- yeah, this is what
mean-
the crazy guy thought of. Like, yeah, give me a tattoo that'll tell me if they knew something, and they're like, okay. It only works on dead people though, and it's like, bro.
Hey, but if you get the right one, you'll know.
Bro. No, I just have to kill everyone.
But
No,
we also
no.
have, like, the problem is that it costs a lot of money. And we happen
A
to be in a
lot.
profession where we kill a bunch of people and take their money.
So we actually had a thought for this, is that we were going
Yes.
to try to capture a kraken of some sort, and I was going to learn how to do the ink. Or
Yes.
he was going to learn how to extract the ink, and I was going to learn how to tattoo with it.
Yeah, I was gonna learn how to prepare the ink.
Yeah.
We can still do that. We just have to find a baby kraken.
We
I'm
do.
not going to be the one milking the kraken, okay?
I will be the one
That's
milking
not
the
my
kraken.
job.
Or a,
No,
The doctor will be the one.
No, that's
Like-
Flamingo's job.
a big lost treasure.
No, because he'll do it wrong and he'll piss off the kraken. No.
That's true.
No. Sorry, we cat.
No, it's okay. This is fine.
No,
You could also
catting
take
is
out
fine.
big giant treasure as a team. You could go take something down. Go chase. There's all sorts of adventure to be had.
Hey, did it look like there was any treasure in that Dagon temple?
I didn't. So they have a considerable. They like to give things away to the poor. So that being stated, I would assume that they have some sort of monetary compensation. I did not see any, but I could not get into the back room.
I'll work on some ideas. I have some ideas.
I will be going back in a couple days. I have a bond with the one who got shot.
Oh, good. I have
I'm
an
gonna
idea.
help.
How
I
many
would have
total were there?
at least 7, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Are we in the captain's chambers now? Or in the principal's
Just
office?
Sure.
just say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the room changed.
I changed my background, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, that works.
So 7 at least, and I'm assuming by the language that I heard that you attempted to reduce their number, that they are hardier than enemies that we've dealt with before.
I would say he tried and failed more
How
than they were
bad?
hardier.
Nathaniel?
Terribly.
Okay.
He terribly failed.
I succeeded in buying his cover.
He tried to shoot one like point blank with a blunderbuss and missed. So if that tells you how that went.
Did he let me go?
I said what I said.
He let me go though, didn't he?
So we
Just
have
saying.
to give you a haircut so they don't instantly recognize you. Change what color shirt you're wearing.
Or a mask.
do it.
I think a mask would.
I had my
They
hood
were
up,
less-
it's fine.
They were
Big
less
class.
interested in. They were less interested in what he looked like. They
I had
seemed
my hood
to were trying to prevent collateral damage.
The larger issue that I see is that they seem to be in good standing with this community. Is that a fair
They're-
assessment?
They are in
Yeah.
very good standing with the community.
I want to
That's a
find out
problem.
why.
That's not usually his MO.
Well, I imagine it's because they're giving away free food to the poor,
Uh-huh.
so therefore they're endearing themselves to the poor. Therefore, that gives them a shield against if one or two go missing. It's definitely not it's definitely not the church. The church, they do so much.
the easiest group to take off and do things to.
That would
They
be my
probably have
assumption.
another basement like the last one somewhere.
The way this town's set up, I don't believe so. I don't believe it's a basement. The church is bigger than their main hall, so I believe it's somewhere in the back. Because there was like a dais, and then looked like there was room in the back.
Well, if we're going to go with the whole we're going to take this church down angle, which I'm on board for. We need to not just murder everything, and then we need to discredit them. We need
That's
to
where I would go
show
with
the
it.
town why they do not want these things here.
I think that's definitely going to be the better play. And additionally, we've got some days to plan it because if we need to leave, I want to make sure the repairs are done first, which
Started on
Trey, I
that.
believe you said that was started and would take how long do you remember?
Player does not actually remember. Was it like a couple of days?
Yeah, it's gonna take the better part of probably 2 days, maybe 3, to get all your repairs done, including replacing the or repairing the armor plating.
He relays that and also makes the warning that hey, there's going to be people who aren't crew on board fixing the ship because I hired people.
Fair.
And I said I'd go back and check on the priestess that got shot, so that'll give me an in.
That's a start. I shouldn't be there. They'll probably smell something on me.
No, I was gonna go with
Same.
Vivian.
Vivian.
Two eyes looking around.
Though we should
Only 2? Oh.
Two sets of
plan
eyes.
something for when we can leave. I do want to get back on the seas as soon as possible, but I just can't let them continue, right, brother? There's no way. We have
can-
to leave them something.
We can
Well.
talk to Siegfried about them leaving them
I
something.
was thinking about Siegfried leaving something.
Don't worry.
Do you think we can get like one of those comically large wicks? Just light it, and then the ship sails away. 2 hours later, it finishes.
As much as I find
There's a lot of water in the temple.
Yeah, probably not.
It wouldn't blow up.
Not even with Ziggy's help.
So, I believe
What level
that
is
I
the
have
temple on?
the lowest level.
Oh.
So they're not that well.
It's kind of a
I
tall
believe
building.
I believe that's intentional. Because if
No,
the
they
temple
want
is
to be
down
close
with
to the ocean.
yeah. But
Wow.
with my plan and what I intend to do, I believe it will scare some people.
Well, that's good. How close to the water's edge is it?
Fairly.
There's water in the temple.
Yeah, there's water. There's caverns in the temple.
I mean, maybe with Siegfried's help, we can do a little something. We can't blow the damn thing up. Maybe we can
How? Okay, so
blow
they
up
are.
something around it so that it slides into the
Well,
water.
I mean, it is a
back
tall
where they
building,
want to
and
be
we
in the
can.
first place.
I'm
mean, we can
concerned
collapse
that they have. Maybe they do have a basement. Maybe it's an underwater cave, especially if they're all merfolk.
That I
Impossible.
can help with, and it's not going to be pleasant.
We could both go. We
Well,
could go look.
I have another thought process with Siegfried. We could
Oh.
attach a bomb to the top of the building and collapse it on them.
As much as I want that, I also. If there are people in there that are innocent, which inevitably there are some, I'm not about to let these cult fucks do to them what they did to us. So I don't want the innocent to pay for their crimes. That being said,
We should find. If you're doctor, if you're doing your infiltration routine, and I'm going to get noticed immediately, the best way I could probably help is keep an eye on the people that go in and out of the place. They have some kind of rich benefactor that they're getting all of this from. Some connection to a higher tier of the city, maybe. I need to see when that happens. I need to find out who that is. We find information on that. Then that's leverage.
Well, then perhaps we send the shadow.
The shadow
Scrubs.
knows.
Scrubs, I know you're nearby.
Scrubs appears.
I
Really quite quickly.
Shadow.
Not from the door, in fact, but like sort of from like the corner behind the captain, further into the
They
office.
know.
Sombra.
They're allowed to do such things. I have a job. Obviously, you know a little bit about it. The time that we're going to be here, the next few days at the very least, while the ship is being repaired, spend as much time as you can watching every exit that you can to see if you see anybody that looks like they're going up to the upper levels or supporting them. Anyone, and I don't know that I ever got a full description, but like somebody that would match like a high-ranking Obed Marsh type character,
Sure.
I would provide a description for. Anybody that catches your eye, take note. Don't get noticed. They will be looking. Even for you.
They never notice me, Cap.
Until they do. Just be careful.
They kind
I
of
can't teach you any more about this life if you don't live any longer. So,
in a move that's not necessarily familiar to the rest of the people in the room, but is familiar to the captain. They kind of rock back on their heels, give a little rub of their hands together before them. They straighten back up and give a nod as they make their way out. Notably, they seem to go further into the captain's quarters, but don't reappear.
there's tunnels everywhere.
Never gonna
Rats.
get used to that.
It's fun. I'm just happy to have my quarters back. Hopefully the ship doesn't decide to remove any more of the crew bunks while we're out on the water.
So, Battle Royale?
I've heard tale in the group that there is talk of a battle royale, though it was curiously from the same voice over and over again.
Never
For
listen to me.
us, Doctor, I assume that your plan is above my understanding, so please proceed with however you choose and let me know if you need anything. Skane, you and my brother have a knack for doing things that seem like a lot of fun, but I don't want to be a part of. Continue that. And make sure that we pick up some extra black powder while we're in port. And I will also chip in whatever money is needed. I'm gonna go for a walk. Should anyone want to join me? Probably just my brother.
Is it an enthusiastic walk?
Very enthusiastic walks.
It's gonna be a damp one.
I'll get the axe. He goes and eventually comes back.
I'm good.
I imagine the two of you are quite
don't need to
accustomed to
be-
getting your feet wet, too.
I don't need to be moist.
Yep.
No, I'm good.
Fair. So, from what I understand, Skane, they may be looking for you. They may have an idea of what you look like. You said your hood was up. If you need a mask, I have extras.
No, I don't trust that.
Suit yourself. They work for
I
me.
appreciate it, Cap. I can have myself. I don't want a demon in my head.
Not that kind of a mask. I mean, unless of course you're willing to make a bargain. But that's
No.
nope. We shouldn't. Not now, anyway.
Hmm.
Just stay out of trouble. But should the law of this town find its way to the docks, keep them off the ship until I'm back.
Can do.
All right.
So,
So I'm gonna walk out. We go ahead.
yeah, no, tell me your plan, and then I will narrate what your walk is like.
I was gonna walk out of the ship
Mhm.
to the edge of the rail and jump into the water.
Yep. That
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing.
can basically, so. Not only when I'm underwater can I do a couple of weird things with my kits and stuff. I can communicate with shit once I'm under the water, which implies that it basically can just breathe underwater.
And I can speak to him telepathically without also having to breathe. So we can essentially just be underwater and have conversations.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
So
Literally
I
I
going
like those
into
interpretations. I mean,
I'm gonna
Aquaman
go
bullshit.
I'm gonna go for a drink.
oh no. Okay.
That's more concerning than what I'm doing.
Yeah. I just want to see if there's tunnels underneath this
Yeah,
fucking temple that we need to block up to make sure we get all these fuckers. That's essentially what I'm doing.
I'm helping with that, yeah.
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 I figured that's what you guys are doing.
Cool.
I am collecting information.
Great. Where do we start?
I'm defending the ship.
You're staying? Okay.
You can get a battle royale started while we're gone.
That's
No one can
right.
stop you.
I'm gonna
It's
come
just
back to.
you.
We're all gonna come back to a fight club. That's essentially.
You
What we're
come
gonna-
back.
There's gonna be a fight club that
Yep, we don't
includes
gotta worry
everybody
about
except the
crew
three of you.
anymore.
Yeah,
Why are we
everybody's-
down to
I got worried.
3?
Everybody's got strange bruises.
Yeah.
What happened here?
I was told
We don't
not to
talk
talk about
about
it.
Smack. What
I believe the first rule prevents me from talking about.
What about the second rule? That one too, actually. I can't.
So many roles, just no talking. Yet every week there's new people.
Let's start, I think, with the captain and the first mate heading out into the ocean. The water's warm. The sun is out. I mean, you're
That's
off a busy
unusual.
port. So it's not particularly clear or pretty, but it's easy enough to navigate through, especially off the docks. They try and maintain, some semblance of easily navigable waters. Are you headed first towards the temple, or are you looking to see if there are caves under the island in addition that they might be using to do this?
Going near the temple, towards the temple first, just to kind of see if there's any sort of essentially like any escape ways underneath the temple that might connect up into the temple main. Additionally, I'm going to wrap myself in shadow while I'm doing this to maintain more or less visibility, which for this one I don't need to spend a luck, but I still do need to roll.
Okay.
So
It's a
13
great roll.
for that, so I'm good.
Apparently, also need to make a roll because what's the thing for unleashing a power? Because I want to 3 would be better than 2, so I'm gonna call my buddy.
Yeah, unleashing
Once it's dark
a
enough.
power is plus your Spitfire.
Cool. So that's nothing. That's easy.
Great.
3 to about 8.
Hey.
On a hit? Yeah, great. It does what you want. So what are you doing? What's it sound or look like?
Once we're down far enough and it's dark enough,
Mhm.
I'm gonna reach out and summon my little buddy, my friend. You label it as Cray's friend, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Delightful.
And I just look like a blob of shadow walking around under the water.
I actually have a great explanation for why this works for you, Captain, because... Did it go?
It went. I see it.
No, I don't think it's working for everybody else. Is it because it's not a
You gotta
handout?
give them. You gotta give them permissions
Oh.
before they can see it.
Dang it. It gets me every
Yep.
time.
All the surprises you have to get in the edit thing.
lame.
Add everybody. That, yeah, that'll go.
I changed it to everybody's. Why don't I see it on screen?
You have to share it
You
again.
have to show it once you change it to everybody.
Oh, maybe if I
It's
close it
fun
and
like
reopen
that.
it. And then
That could
show
be
it to
it.
Close it,
everybody.
reopen it, then show everybody up.
That's still not doing it. I've done the things.
That
Is it
I
in
don't understand.
everybody's
Oh,
book?
I see what
Everybody has access.
yeah, that's now everybody has it.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, okay, great, fabulous.
An anglerfish.
Mm.
Interesting.
What did you expect?
That's terrible. That's terrifying.
It's recognizably a baby leviathan sort of creature. Not the
Oh.
kind that you can there are giant
Nope.
sea monsters. Yeah, not the kind that you can kill or steal its blood, because it's not a
Oh.
leviathan for Leviathan Blood Inc. However, it is the kind of creature that spawns off the fact that actual leviathan-sized monsters exist in the realm, and so there are big sort of monstrous creatures that exist otherwise. This one being a fair bit smaller, but still a feisty friend for our delightful prey.
I give it
Mhm.
scritches because I'm sure that I've interacted with it at some point in our
Oh,
lives.
certainly.
Yeah, its light kind of helps, helps you hide in the shadows of it more.
Excellent.
Give you a nice wake.
But yeah, so there is, as you dive in here and call this fish, there's a pretty clear access point. The docks sort of wrap around on the outsides of the city. As you come back into the sort of waters around the town. You can get in between some of the things that sort of stay in the shadows cast by the overhanging. Also, the just sort of shoreline drops away pretty steeply here. There are some sandy patches you can reach, and that's actually what you're headed towards. As the water becomes a little less deep off the sheer cliffs, there is, in this cove, a canal that connects directly into the temple. I understand that you're not going all the way in there, but as you approach, it's as clear as day. They have full water access to the ocean through this. And
Look like more of a main entrance than a land-based one would be. Is there activity going on? Is there nobody there right now, but it's obvious that there's an entrance there? Or is there traffic?
I'm going to put this back on the screen for everybody, to help indicate the sort of... It's carved into the cliff face, and the city sort of... I don't want to say it's built out around it, because that's not the case, but accommodates it. Like, the sidewalks go up to essentially the door, and then rather than a bridge is this sort of temple passage through. So it's a very large sort of opening that lets the water in. You can see the grand door. That's clearly the foot entrance. But just as much, this appears to be a main way in. Yes. It's large enough that if it weren't for the delicate steps and small pools that make up the inside of this temple floor that you can see, you could, like, drive a ship through it.
Okay, yep.
It would have to not be a very... it's a tall building. It would not be, like, a couple of stories tall, like, of an opening. You couldn't get a massive warship in, but, like, fishing boats or perhaps smaller
And the tunnel
vessels
at the
could
bottom.
shelter even in there if they moved some of their architecture.
Okay. And how big is the tunnel at the bottom? Is it like person-sized, couple person-sized, or like it could fit through?
You'd have to get pretty close at what was approximately a couple hours after noon daylight to kind of get a better feel for that.
I mean the underwater tunnel that we're right next to.
Well, I may have misspoken as far as where your positioning is. You're clear as day can see this without getting close enough to be seen, because I was under the impression that that's what you're looking to do. So really gauging how deep those tunnels or how deep that opening is, aside from the ability that it's clearly sort of the water passage, it's a cove. And they've carved into the cave at the end of the, to the wall at the end of the cove, sort of
So
thing.
for now, yes.
For now, what you can see is you don't know how deep it is without getting close.
From where we're at, can we see any of the priestesses or anything swimming around doing anything?
You do see a number of people. They look very human. Swimming in the pools in the canal side. There are people in and out of the water. You see people coming out of the place wet. I mean, there's lots. You're not seeing anything in the depths that is particularly strange. But there are people swimming, absolutely. Lots of them are in the white, the full white robe that they wear. But there are some people that look to be just swimming with the church or within the church to do something. There's a section that they return to quite often as you watch. The same couple of people back and forward from deeper inside to this sort of outer something.
That's a patrol.
What are the natural type of fauna around here? Like, what kind of sea life are we seeing in this cove? Like fish, like what kind of life?
That you can turn into to infiltrate?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's a very Caribbean setting, so
break it down for me scientifically. Yeah. Come on, Dean. Let's.
Thanks.
No.
You're a tropical fish of some sort.
I would like to pick out like some of the fish that I assume are intermingling in these waters that seem to be unnoticed by essentially the priestesses, the people of the church. I would like to turn into one, and then I should be able to freely swim in there is my thought, to kind of look and see if there's any hidden chambers or rooms or things that we can't see from the places that we're at. And I would communicate this telepathically to Cray so that he knows what I'm about to do as well.
Okay. Very doable.
And also, I have to roll again for this ability and spend a luck. So I also don't think that it forgoes my shadowy stuff, so I probably look like a fish that's more shadowy.
A shadow, yeah, sure.
Shadowfish.
Yeah, very.
Whatever that. I would.
Yeah, whatever that looks like. But I'm with you. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. You're still cloaked in shadow as you have done, and now you're a fish. And then what was this other role you were?
That's my turning into a fish.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
It succeeds without any issue.
Okay. Yes, you're easily able to shift into this other shape. And sort of join in with the others. Notably, it becomes even easier for this communication between Cray and Nar, as he becomes a fish shape. The ability you have to communicate to animals gets you a more clear way to speak to him in the water now, with the shape change, making him
fantastic,
a creature of the sea, a friend of mermaids, perhaps.
But although right now I'm proceeding to be exactly the opposite of that sort of kind of.
I did just look at the clock here. We're a little bit past where we'd usually take a break. Do you guys want to do that? Do you want to push through? What's refills
I'm
on
not
drinks?
terribly far from potentially needing to be done.
Bed anyway. That's super fair.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
getting pretty close to that too.
that's all right.
So maybe we can finish up a scene and then
call
that. And if anybody else wants to do anything,
No, that's fine for me. Yeah.
Okay. So I think then, yeah.
well, we did say, well, maybe
Oh,
we
no.
need to end
Okay, it's reconnecting.
right before that
yeah.
happened.
That's so funny.
If we stop, then that might be like Bob Ross, like happy little accident sort of situation there.
That's
the
fair.
universe going. No, you're
We're back up.
We are okay.
Are we back up? Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what caused it. I'm happy to lean
And
either
you
direction
never
here. Yeah.
The vinegar. It was all that vinegar powder.
If
We're-
we're, oh yeah, maybe. Let's finish the bit that we're doing, and
Okay.
then yeah.
As long as it stays, it looks fine. It doesn't have any dropped frames. I think my internet just popped for a second. Which, I mean,
That's
Good times.
great.
That seems accurate.
Fabulous. So,
Just so you're aware as well, because I rolled a 9, I took a harm as well on that. so
okay. Interesting.
if it matters to you.
Demon powers.
Yeah.
Demon powers are double-edged swords.
That's right. You are able to swim closer. I'm gonna say rather than keeping like specifically cloaked in shadows that you are of such a specific fish that is just so common in these sort of like little pools and things anyway. That despite being, technically scaled and shiny, you are able to move unnoticed. What you do find as you go through the areas you can reach of this temple from this opening. First of all, you notice the place that they're going back and forth to appears to be some large gatherings of like traps. They appear to be either very large crab traps or like passive fish traps.
Avoid
And-
those.
There's a nice, yeah. You still smart enough to not go there. You see, that's what they seem to be checking on. There's a couple of other areas where they've got, it looks like crates of algae and moss. And when you get closer, you see that they're filled with shellfish. Inside the cavern that you are able to, like as far in as you are able to swim to the building itself, this like carved cavern. The first pool is really large and abnormally smooth. You imagine that in times where they needed to hide ships, this was perhaps used that way for a while. The partitions that exist are very flimsy, and you could even like squeeze your way through if you weren't afraid of losing a few scales, maybe tearing a fin, to get deeper into those other pools that connect. They've clearly separated this chamber that we're looking at with piles of stones that they've made themselves. These are not natural formations.
I will definitely push through any opening that I can to, like, I don't want to trap myself per se, but if I can squeeze through, even if it's uncomfortable, I definitely want to push as deep as I can into this place.
I will say that's fine, but I'm going to have you, I can either, if you have a coin to flip that you want to flip, if you want me to flip for you, or you can roll and pick evens or odds to see if you take
Let
a harm.
the fates decide. I choose tails.
All right.
Choose steals every time too.
Yeah, that's tails. So no harm.
Yes.
Do you keep your tail?
Tight squeeze. Yeah, you keep your tail with your
Yeah.
tails.
Nice.
As you squeeze your way through. A couple of things as you're making your way deeper into the temple are noticeable. One is that they clearly use these pools for lots of things. And you catch a number from inside the water. A couple of people doing what appears to be like a ritual bath. This is salt water. You can't get, I mean, you can get cleaner, I suppose, but They're not necessarily bathing in this so much as doing some sort of ritual cleansing, but you see a number of people doing that. And as you get further in, there are some deeper tunnels that connect under the temple itself. They look like natural caverns, perhaps that were already in this cliffside. You can go down some of those if you desire, but you're getting very deep into temple at that point if you go in there.
Right. Are there other fish around? Like, is it unnatural for fish to be here? Does it look like...
There were plenty of fish in that first one after you've squeezed through, except for some very tiny fish. This is less likely to have them. That's what the partitions are for here.
Gotcha. But with my other weird shadowiness,
It is very
unobserved. So I will push further. Yeah, let's press my luck. No whammy. Okay.
Yeah. We'll pick that up when we have our whole crew.
Good. Oh, good.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Because that's going to be getting into the temple and what comes of that. We've been kind of skirting around, really getting in there.
Yeah, I want to see what's there.
Okay. So we'll.
But I'm also fine if we bounce to
Yeah.
Nathaniel or Scan or whatever. That's cool.
We'll pick that up.
I'm fulfilled.
You wanted to go drinking. Are you going alone? I mean, you said you're taking Vivian. Are you inviting any of your crewmates to go with you? Are you theoretically waiting for the captain to return, or are you doing this while they're gone?
I am not waiting for the captain to return.
Okay.
If other crewmates want to come out drinking, that is fine.
I think he's asleep.
Like if, say, what's her fucking name? Shale wants to come out, I'm not going to stop her.
Owen looks really thirsty.
I'm not inviting him.
He's too annoying of a dude.
He talks way too much.
He's very talkative.
Not that guy. The map guy.
The book guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's really doing his best.
Not artist.
No, 100%.
Chronicler. That's the word.
Yeah.
Someone
He
has to
talks
tell our
way
legend.
too much.
You're able to find a small group of people to go out. Shale does not join you for this, although she says she might find you later if you know where you're going, to which tavern. You're aware of 2 taverns currently. Fast Sally's, which is where you've heard from your friends today.
They have pickpockets.
There's also High Tower. People have been whispering sort of about it down on these levels. There's like excited murmurs on the docks. High Tower is a very fancy, up on the higher tier inn and tavern.
Oh, then I'm definitely going there. That's where I'm going.
Fancy pants, special place.
Then I'm definitely not inviting crew.
Oh, that's fair.
They don't look fancy.
We could find you somewhere more in between.
The learned man.
No, it's fine.
You go to High
If
Tower?
I go up high, if I go to High Tower, people like to talk because rich people like to gossip about other rich people.
It's true. You are able, with, I assume, Vivian in fine dress to match? Or are you going
Yes.
alone? Okay.
Yes.
Able to find your way to High Tower. You crawl your way. That's not the right word.
No.
Up crawl.
Yeah, it's more like not saunter. You make your way slowly up the high tiers.
I style and profile.
It's a bit of a hike essentially to get up there. It takes you a while. When you do get there, we have to switch our sound. It's much too intense for a fucking tavern. You find that High Tower is way the fuck up there, but also a very large, very nice establishment. It's quite full, but not overcrowded. It's very much where the upper crust of the city come to circulate. You see a number of people who are clearly pirates. The fanciful frills, the golden jewels, as...
They're putting on, the ones that are putting on, like, I am better than I am.
Oh, yeah. No, I have all the money because I'm a pirate, so I can afford to be here. Oh, look, I'll buy drinks. This is, measly money. And some others who, more like you, can afford to be here, but aren't necessarily trying to make a show of it. Perhaps prefer it, perhaps prefer the company to be found. Simply doing business in a place where they're not likely to run into a pickpocket. There's a couple of quiet corners where people talk to that nature. The mix of people here appear to mostly be free and strange. You don't see a lot of law present, although there is clearly a person who's working some sort of security for the building. They are helping keep things calm and quiet and safe. They don't appear to be Navy, though, just, a common lawman. It's a beautiful place. There are, like I said, some quieter corners. The upper balcony is full of people who are not eating, but instead attending to business. And there's a small area cleared where it seems like if there were a bard currently, that there would be dancing.
Is there a bard?
They're not currently, but it seems like they're making space for one to come soon.
Ah, God damn it.
It's Boblin the Goblin.
What was his fucking name? The Goblin. Fuck.
Jim.
Band. No, it wasn't.
You're talking about Gorko.
Gorko. Yes.
Oh, Gorko. Right. No, sorry, I was stuck on Jim.
Right.
Gorko and the Whalers.
No, I think that he probably died somewhere in space alone. I don't know.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Gorko who?
So we'll take a seat at a table, kind of in the middle. I want to be able to hear a lot of the different conversations. See what the scuttlebutt is among the Richie Rich.
Yeah. To that end, why don't you roll me? Are you looking specifically to... I know it's wrong. It's the volume over here is wrong. I can't think. The music has become too loud. I fixed it. Sorry, on the stream side. But are you trying to be lucky in this endeavor? Because if you're carousing, you could potentially mark 3 luck for rolling well, and then catch wind of some sort of like opportunity. Or if you're looking for a secret, or perhaps somebody, a connection of some sort, we could roll for dubious friends instead. There's no luck to be had there, but you might get like a favor or some more sort of give and take interaction than the carouse would do. What kind of information are you looking for?
I'm looking for information about any scuttlebutt that's going on in the city, anything like... I guess dubious friends would probably be better.
Okay, so...
But I'm literally looking for...
like city politics kind of talk.
Yeah. Or, religious shit. Like, oh, did you hear that this person's doing this with this church and blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Let's call that, I think, dubious friends. And that's going to be 2d6 plus your polish.
This is not going to go well.
I mean, it might go fine. Yeah, you don't need any polish
Oh,
to
jeez.
do well.
Apparently not.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're sort of sitting, order either some food or drinks to be had, so you're not sitting empty-handed at the table. The conversations that go on around you are pretty usual. You hear sort of the scandal of, did you hear so-and-so's daughter is shacking up with what's his name's son? But as you sort of settle into the back and forth of just what is the higher echelons, gossip at, early dinner, you hear a couple of things. There is whispers that there is somebody sneaking up out of the lower levels up into the higher tiers and stealing things. A number of people are certain that that person is also the one that's funneling things to that stupid church that keeps making all those low-born people think that they can just stroll wherever they want to, up into the high tiers, riff-raff all around. Thank God they don't come all the way up here. That's definitely second, third tier problems. But, we don't want any of those getting the ideas they could come up here, right?
Of course.
Others are saying things like, well, the church isn't taking handouts from anybody. They're the ones handing things to others. And we really shouldn't be talking about, what sort of negative effect that could have on us. Think of the good that they bring to the city overall. You can lean into either one of those sides of the argument. Join them, listen to them fight.
I'm going to try and instigate a devil's advocate
Throw a chair.
and try and hype up both sides so they reveal more information.
So the very...
Or actually, what I'll do is I'll do one side. Vivian can do the other.
Okay, sure. There's a very old woman wearing
Of course.
very fine lace, and otherwise decorated softly in lace. Clearly not lace rot, but she's got her fans in mind. And
of course.
otherwise a very formal, modest dress that she wears. And she's talking about how, that church is just spreading out all these things, and then people are getting comfortable, and, back in the day, couldn't afford for these people to live up this high.
Right? How dare they try and better themselves? Don't they know their place?
She looks at you with that sort of shrewd look of somebody. She's like, I don't think I know you.
I travel, unfortunately, on ships, but I'm a medical doctor, so...
Oh, well, then you do understand that...
Of course.
There's just differences.
Of course, the poor are sickly anyway.
And
I don't treat them, because they might get me sick, and... No.
It's disgusting. No, exactly. And they, and then they get a little bit of extra wealth in their pocket, and they start showing up at places they don't belong.
Yes, and they throw out money. Whenever they get it, they throw it out when you should save it and reinvest. Pull themselves up by their own bootstraps.
Well, my boots don't have
Sorry.
any straps, dear, but...
No, their boots have straps.
That seems
Because
silly.
they-
Can't they dress themselves?
Yeah, right?
Isn't that what they're always
They don't
complaining
have-
about? Is that we don't need people
They
to
don't
dress
have someone
us?
to help them with their shoes? I mean,
Silly.
ugh.
My shoes actually don't tie, so I don't have to have somebody help me.
Oh. Unfortunately, with what I deal with, I have to have a well-sealed boot, unfortunately. It is something of the profession.
To help with the smell.
Unfortunately not. I have many perfumes to help with that.
Well, you don't smell that bad, so I suppose it's working.
Well, I thank you very much. No, I do have a question though. Who is helping this church raise these people up?
You know, I've heard. And she looks.
I lean in conspiratorially.
She does, and she looks around quite.
Oh yeah.
There's a. You said you're a sailor, not from here, but clearly a man who understands wealth. Yes.
Oh, yes, an educated man, come from the finest schools.
Of course. So you'll understand that. Well, I mean, you won't know that this tavern here, Hightower, is run by Billy and Sally. They're wonderful folk, really made improvement of themselves coming out and opening a tavern all the way up here, But Sally is from the fourth tier, and it's okay. We like her. She does really great. But they're not super pleased that she left, and so I hear there's a tavern down on the second tier. It's called Fast Sally's. Yeah. We all know how she earned her business here, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, indeed, yes.
But she's not a big fan of the place. And it's really a hovel. It's just like a seedy bed for all the vermin in town to gather in.
I saw that as I was hand to the chest, like, I saw that as I was coming up here. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but you couldn't have known that this was Sally, how people are so
No, of course
cruel.
not. No, I'm just saying that place looked, it should be condemned.
Oh, it's awful. But, it keeps them from mingling, so if that's where they want to gather, let them, I suppose. But...
Better there than here, right?
That's right. But that's what I hear, is that they get together there, and they have their conversations and make their plots and plans, and they actually, I think they're sneaking up here and stealing and taking those things down to the church, and it's all organized, I'm certain, by that woman who runs the place. I mean, it's technically her husband's, but that's not important. She's clearly in charge of everything. Everybody knows her too.
Yes, well, we can't have them coming up here. I don't know. I know I'm not from here, but I feel your plight. I've seen many a good city get torn apart when people intermingle with people above their station.
Right. It's disgusting, really. If you're such an established man as yourself, would certainly be interested to know that there is actually a very fine bathhouse in town.
Oh.
It's a bit of a hike. It's hard to get all the hot water up this high. But...
Well, that's what we have indentured servitudes for.
Right, I don't have to heat my own water, but when, you're not from around here, you're gonna have your own home.
Yes.
You wouldn't be able to do, and so the bathhouse it's lovely for people like yourself.
Oh, I appreciate it. Where might I find this bathhouse?
It's now bear with me here. It's down on the third tier, but
I mean,
yeah, we can forgive some things when the water is
Yes.
hot and the service is good. There, a man there who says his wife reads tea leaves or something, and I also understand that they do some sort of fancy show of sorts. Some sort of magic, sleight of hand things.
Tea leaf hokum, I say.
It's very silly, but the baths are nice, especially when you have company coming. There's enough room for more than one, if you catch my drift. And I see you have a beautiful woman with you, so clearly.
She is a nurse, a servant of mine. She's been with me forever, so. But that is to say that, sometimes it is nice to move away and deal with people of my own class.
She
Can I
looks.
get you a drink?
A couple of things happen. She looks at you when you say of your own class, and you see her look down her nose at you like, oh, that's charming. She clearly thinks herself above you. You don't even live here. But also, as you mentioned, your nurse servant. It's only because you know her so well. Are you able to see the stiffening that comes over her? Like, oh, is that? Yeah, that's what we're going with. Great. Thanks. It's gonna be fun. um, oh, a drink. Well, she has a glass of something in front of her. She says, well, I suppose if you're offering.
Oh, of course. I can't have a noble woman like yourself buy her own drink.
You know, I haven't had somebody buy me a drink since my husband died. And she'll begin to talk your ear off about how great her life was and how, you know, she's really just slumming it down here now.
So he's going to make some hand signals behind her back to Vivian to hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay. I have a doggy here who needs attention.
Yeah.
And it's getting late. We skipped our break,
Yeah.
and so we're right about end time anyway. We can pick up here in the bar with what's going
Sure.
on the other half of that conversation. And then at some point down into the depths of the temple next time. I understand that we should be good for next week, but that we're probably not going to be here on Halloween.
Truth.
All right.
True.
Thanks for being here in the stream and hanging out. We're going to run away. Bye.